Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. It is the usual time that I film, but I woke up not too long ago. I had maybe two naps where I was in and out of sleep. I did go downstairs to make dough for the Nikki, and I'll make that later today because I made the filling yesterday and I was really happy with it. It turned out perfect because, well, I did it late at night the other day and um, I added two more potatoes the next day because I was feeling like it was more salted than I wanted it to be, just a tad bit. And I'm like, this is almost there. And because, well, the batch is for around 80 of them, so I don't want to make 80 of something and then feel like it's a sodium bomb because after a couple bites I felt like I was getting thirsty. So the next day I put it towards the back of the fridge so and potatoes, the potatoes on top of the wrap of it because I didn't want it to be eaten. And I boiled the two potatoes and I added it. And I was just eating, munching away because it was delicious. And um, that's the thing with my fillings. I usually continuously eat the filling. Um, but I did go to the store to pick up two more of the lactate sour creams. I just do curbside for it because I don't know when they put out that sour cream that I get. I will gradually try other lactose free ones. I tried one other one and it was good. It wasn't bad or anything, but the lactate one is basically there except without the lactose. So I wanted to make this video to show some Converse things, not many things, but I crossed something off the bucket list and I got the dream boots that I wanted since I was younger, and it's been a long time. So, uh, my parents and I went to one of the outlets here and they had the boots there. It was the one of the things that weren't included in the sale, but I did get the 15% off because I've never shopped there and I signed up for the thing for well, their site. And I also got them because, well, for the celebration of finishing off the pharmacy exam, and now I'm on spring break, and that was the main thing that I wanted to cross off the list of things to do, and then the other things for spring break are mainly maybe to start new projects for fiber projects and sewing projects, and then I wanted to catch up on, well, I'm caught up, but I wanted to go be ahead and do some of the reading. Some of it's locked on our portal, so I can't do all the stuff, and it doesn't unlock until like a couple of days before the next class starts, or when you go to the next in-person class. So there's also some of the papers that we have, like the drugs, and I know they gave us the list of drugs that will be quizzed on when we get back. So that is basically the only thing, and it's not much. And another thing that was important for me, and that I was also celebrating, is that I was able to get the license switched. It was a long time coming because of, I don't even know what happened in the last state, because it didn't have to do with my driving. And it was funny because it says to list like the five, no, it says to list like if you had licenses in other states. And so I listed all the other states that I've had licenses in, and this is the only state that they were like asking me for personal property tax on my car, and my dad was like telling me to fight that, and I'm like, well, I need my license because they said that because I didn't live there anymore, they gave me a time frame, and if like it wasn't updated, they would just cancel the card. And I'm like, no, I need my license. So I don't have the physical one on me. Like towards the end, when I was taking the picture, it was this elderly woman, and she took the picture, and you know how like the flash is just like in your face. And I'm like, I think I blinked. And I don't think she heard me. She's like, okay, thank you. And I'm like, all right. Well, so I'll show the shoes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the crafting in this video. I'll see. Um, I'm more awake now. I tend to be more awake around this time anyway. But obviously when I woke up, I was like kind of delirious. And I'm like, what time is it? What day is it? And um, how long was I sleeping? So I will show the shoes. I also start I wanted to make an apple cake, so I might get some groceries now that I have the time to like make food. I would like to maybe make some food, and then it'll last a couple of days. It might last a couple of days. I don't know. Other people have been, well, my parents have been eating the food since they're back right now. So this is the shoe box. It's been a long time since I've had a shoe box with like new shoes, because I usually so I have new shoes that I've a lot of, well, my shoes that I have, like, they're new, but the main boots that I've had, they are they're not thrifted. They're used because they're vintage, so you can't get them, well, I don't know, you might be able to get them new or unused, but they're my furry boots, and I wear them majority of the year, no matter what. And they're natural, so they tend to be more breathable. They're Italian goat fur. Um, I don't know how much more breathable that is for compared to wool, but wool is a fiber that's super breathable. So that's like with Uggs. I do wear Uggs, and they're not the ones that you would see like they're the boots. They are technically boots, but they're like regular type of shoes, shoe designs. One that like ties up past the ankle, and it's like a boot, and then there's another one that has a like a belt design, and then it has like the wool on the outside too, and it zips up, and those are like the other two Uggs that I have. I feel like I might have one of them in the storage unit, but the main ones that tie up, like I use them pretty frequently, especially with skirts. So sorry, I'll show the boots. Um, of course they're boots because I just love them. And I chose the black ones. None of the stores had pink, and I was thinking, well, it would be more of an occasion that I would wear the pink with stuff. I feel like with these, it would be, um, what is it? This would go with more outfits, and I I saw the black on black, and I did like them too, but they kind of were, because my other boots, they're black on black. And so I'm like, get wanted to get something that was I wanted to get something that I would wear majority of the time. And I mean, if the black on black were added like other things to my outfits, maybe, but I really love these. So I did one of them in the store. I actually had to adjust it, but I wore my thickest socks for them just for the shoe, well, trying on the shoes. They zip up in the back, so I'm just doing that. And this is the boot. It's a lot for some people, but it is such a fun boot, and it's been out since, well, I don't know how long it's been out, but I just remember wanting this in my childhood, and I didn't get them, but now I got them. I was able to tie it all the way to the top before, like in the mall when I tried them on, and I tried them on again because I knew the size that I got, but I wanted to make sure. And I tried another size just to make sure, but um, they kind of fit, but they were a little loose. This fit like just right, especially with my socks that I was wearing today. So I really love them. I love them especially when I have leggings. I think it's cool because you get to see the whole thing. I wore one of my long skirts today, so I didn't see the full effect of it, but I did enjoy it. And I did do this one, but I didn't tie up this one. And I just like quadruple checked to make sure that I put the same size with the same size. So I'm so happy that I have them. And I feel like I could go on a lot of adventures with them. I feel like they're shoes that, for the most part, like they last. I don't know, I had like older Converse shoes. They were one of the high tops, so they were like here. And the only thing was that it was a little discolored in here, so I don't know if it was just like what I stored it with and stuff. But um other than that, they lasted. I don't think I'm gonna wear them, so I should probably uh, do something with that. But it's in my godmother's house, so I kind of just left some stuff there. And now I have these, so I feel like I'm fine to do that with those. They also had white, which I I did like, but well, they didn't have white in the store. But it was also the maintenance of them that I wasn't sure about because it's fabric. It's not like this. I don't know what that is. The rubber. So, oh, I chose this color too because I felt like it would go with other things and because I wanted the logo to be something that is kind of on there. Like it's on all the other ones too, but it's has that because I don't really, sorry, it's like not doing that, but not showing up. But I wear specific shoes. I just remembered that like I showed one of my older emo pictures. I didn't even show like super emo stuff. I just like kind of showed the ones that I I thought that were like they were there, but the one where I was like leaning against the wall, the shoes that I had, that was I think what it was is what it looked like my elementary school. It was like elementary middle school. I don't know if you count that as the same thing, but I had Puma shoes and those were blue and yellow. They kind of reminded me like of Easter colors, and I had those. I mean, I don't mind Puma. I just have a like specific brands, and I do have a Converse purse bag in the storage unit. Um, I haven't worn that probably since middle school, early high school, but I kept it. Um, it's like shaped like a barrel, and I don't know if I want to add anything in it 'cause I don't want to like damage the outside, but the inside is just it's fabric, and so it doesn't have like a shape to it. It kind of crumbles if you in that way, or so maybe to make it a little more barrel-y, I could add some type of thing where it acts like an interfacing, where it gives it structure. But I did end up getting a backpack too for school at the store. They had like fanny packs on sale too, but I felt like I would use the backpack for school because I wanted something that I could um take, and I didn't really want it to be my other bag. I enjoyed using my leather bag as it's like a purse, but I wanted to use a backpack. So there's stuff in it already, but this is the color that I got. It's like a sage green. So it has this the emblem here. And I guess this will be what's in my bag. I wanted to get this one. I feel like it goes with this outfit even though I wear scrubs to class. And I I felt like it was the way to go. I have two pens here right now. I mainly write in pen. So this is from the house, and I have a pencil case that has the pharmacy pens that I've collected from the last job. Like it has the websites on it. Sometimes it has like the local care facilities that are surrounding that pharmacy that I worked at. And I didn't really want to bring those to class. This is one of those pens that have the multiple colors. Um, I got this at school because it was Spirit Week last week. I didn't dress up because my day was like when I went to class. It was like tourist something about dressing up like a tourist, like with a fanny pack and your Hawaiian shirt and stuff. And I have a fanny pack, but I don't really have like touristy stuff like that, even though in a way I have a bunch of touristy stuff if you're thinking about like the stuff that I got from other places that I've lived in. So, um, they had, there's like it's almost like a kiosk, and they, uh, the first day of school, they had a bunch of like snacks, like popcorn. They have a lot of popcorn there. I don't know if it's like this area specifically that likes popcorn a lot. And then they had like toppings that you could put with the popcorn. And I don't usually have toppings with my popcorn, but I mean, I've had flavored popcorn before, so I kind of just ate them separately. And then this week, or the past, yeah, this week, they had different candies. It was like really random and like flashlights. And I got a pen because you never know. I just try to have a pen at least to write with. This is the stack of papers. I don't have a notebook right now. I was thinking about getting a notebook. I did buy one a while ago, but I don't know if it's at my godmother's because when I was looking for it, I don't know if I saw it, but it's fine. Um, so this is like the patient education information part of the label. So we had these labels that were compatible with the printer that we had, and the bottom of the, like for the prescription labels, they had these papers, and we would accumulate so much of them. And so I just would take stacks of them to bring home, and I would use them to write with. Um, so I've been using some of these for taking different notes. Use a lot of, I take a lot of notes on my laptop because that I can organize it as I'm writing it. So with my notebook, I'm not really going to show the whole thing, but I have assignments. I use the different pages. I really like um, these types of planners because they're, I don't want to say spontaneous. They have different pages, and it has various formats. So you'll get your calendar, but it's not for every page, or like just set up where that's what you see for a section. It like breaks it into different types of areas. And you'll get like plain pages, but there's some imagery on it. And I like them because I tend to write small and I don't like using lined paper often because I feel like I'm wasting space on it. And then there's some lined pages and I do use them. I don't mind using them, but I prefer like the blank pages. There's some grid paper that I haven't used yet. I'm still thinking about it. And then there's bullet pages, and I have been using it. It's been for my recipes though, and I think I would like to make a scrapbook of recipes, but that's going to be down the line because I don't want to travel with that. But like this page, you'll see it has some assignments and then it has imagery on it, so I don't really show it. Um, but I do like it, and so I keep that with me. And then inside the other side of it, I keep my patterns in here. I I haven't switched it up, but it has, well, it's the PCCA. It's a compounding company, and I've been happy with my nails too because I feel like I do like a couple of them in like one sitting because like when I would get them done, I for somebody that has been doing it, it would take over 2 hours to do. But um well, so it's nice that I could just do some of them here, some of them there, and I've been learning a lot about them. So now I got to the point where I know how to get the powder on without it like lifting. And there's like a primer, and then the main thing that really helped is getting as much of like the oils off your nails. And I didn't want to use or buy a lot of products, so I there was alcohol in one of the bathrooms, and so rubbing alcohol, and so I've been using that, and it just is what it needs to be. I don't know how to use the extensions on them, so I don't trim them too much, trim my nails too much, just in case. But I just put some of the powder and I paint them, and with the paint, with the nail polish, I gradually build it up because if you do it too thick and you try to cure it with the UV light, it's not going to dry as well. Um, and then the biggest thing was like the top coat because when I did it before, like I got the design how I wanted it to be, but it was just tacky, like it was sticky. It was almost like glue where stuff would just like hair and things like you don't want on your nails would just stick on the nail polish because without the top coat, it's just gonna be sticky. But the top coat makes it like a it's polish on top or the top coat on top. I don't know if it's you would call it polish. So I've been super happy, and um like I try every couple of days to see what I could do with them, but now I'm happy with them. And I wasn't I don't know what they're going to say because they say like the schools are like in general hospitals don't really want you to have acrylic. And I'm like, does it count if my nails are that long? But I mean, either way, I could just do it without the powder on it. Um, so, and then do the design. So I don't think that should be a problem. And I don't keep my nails super long right now anyway. This is me saying I don't keep my nails super long, but some people would think that my nails are really long. But um, I'm happy with how that's going because it saves a lot of money depending on where you go. Like without the tip, it's like around 45 to $85. I know that's a jump, and it depends on like the length and stuff and the design. I do the same thing every time. And that's that goes into the price. So now that it's like not really that much accounted for, it saves a lot of money on it. Um, I haven't been buying too many things. I One of the things that I did was like with my sewing machine. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. I'm gonna keep showing stuff. I'm sorry. I have my binder in here. I got this for $1, and I might cover this area. Sorry, but I really like it. I got it from the grocery store when I was on the East Coast, and I just felt like I could use it for something. I didn't know what. So this notebook or these pages are from the PCCA booklet or folder. I took them out. Now that I have a hole puncher, I'm going to start to hole punch stuff. So this is just, let's see, like some math things. I have other pages with it. I have a folder in here right now. I wanted to print more stuff eventually. I don't know when. We had some flashcards. I folded them in half because I barely write on them, but I can add other information that I feel would be good. Some SIG code stuff. I think I might want to print out the other things too. I'll see. And then a lot of math problems. So, well, we also have bell ringers too, and we answer those questions. It's about drugs and stuff. So, one was like from this past week or this week, OTC ending in cane used for, and then it gives you the multiple choice. And the answer is like localized pain relief. So here are some math things. I have these and I've just been practicing on them. Well, there were assignments. So the first one, I didn't write the whole answer, but I feel like I put enough information. So the questions are like they give it to you in abbreviated formats, like with the SIG codes, and then you translate that, and then from there you see how you're going to answer it. So what was translated was like cephalexin, 250 milligrams, one capsule by mouth every 12 hours for 14 days. So um, my answer was 28 every 12 hours. And you're trying to give the max amount for the patient. Like if they say like as needed, you'll assume that they'll take it the max amount that they need it because you don't want to have them say that they ran out because they wanted to use that amount. Then I guess there's like acetaminophen, 500 milligrams, 2 tablets by mouth every 4 hours as needed for 28 days. There's this one. And then back on this one. I don't even know if it's showing up on the video, but that one, it was like for the simvastatin, 20 milligrams, 1 tablet by mouth every day. The quantity is 100. They had a DS, and it was weird because like for our class, we only had it for day supply, but then online, sometimes it was like saying like double strength. So it was actually day supply, and I just had that on there. Alprazolam, 0.5 milligrams, 1 tablet by mouth, 3 times a day for 7 days. And they give you a lot of practice problems because there's like a stack of them that I have, and I might just, I don't know if I want to just keep it in the folder or maybe I might transfer the stack onto, well, and then put it in here. Then there's like different ones aside from the pills, like buprenorphine patch, 10 micrograms per hour. Apply 1 patch topically every 7 days, and the quantity is 4 patches. So if you have 4 patches and you use it every 7 days, so the supply would be for 28. It's math like that. So I'm happy like the math doesn't really extend too far from that, but it's also because I don't know where I was going with that, but it's mainly like a combination of translating and then solving. So if you know how to translate it, like the math, it's there. And then I have my laptop in here. There's a sleeve for your laptop. So just this. And I have my sticker on here. So I'm happy about that. Like because I wanted a backpack mainly because I was throwing stuff in my purse and I didn't want anything to get like smushed as I kept just piling stuff in there because it doesn't have any pockets. But I do love the purse actually. Well, I use it a lot in general as well. Before this bag, I would use it as one of my main bags. but I don't switch my bags a lot. I have the hole puncher, so I'll be able to do that. I was thinking maybe I would carry some other things. I used to be like the student that would, well, especially in high school, because it was the first time we got, well, I got um, a locker, and in elementary or middle school, we only had desks. So it was like for the time crunch between classes, it would be a lot for me to like try to unlock my locker. And maybe I could have done it during breaks, free periods. We didn't have lunch or the study periods, and those are shorter than regular ones, which I felt was not good. But I would just carry like the stacks of books at a time. So, but I have these. So this notebook has the Ukrainian alphabet and the notes in here for it. This one, I really love the design, and I got it from the dollar store. This is from the bookstore. I actually do really like this book. I would like to get back into it. I'm like a quarter in right now. And they're fun exercises. I also have a dictionary too, but my main resource is like one of my apps. And I do have two apps, but one of them I like to use the most. I don't know if I want to start sewing in this video because it's like 40 minutes. Maybe I won't, and I might do that tomorrow. I'll, I guess I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, and then, because I've been showing my hat, I'm not done with it, but I worked on it a little bit in the car. Sometimes YouTube stays up when I'm listening to music, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, it's fun because, like, I'm happy about my playlists. Of course, they're not my music, um, but they're, like, curated to what I listen to. And the alternative one is almost to 1,000 views. And then the international one, which mainly has Ukrainian music, that one's almost, well, it's over 800 views, so that's fun. And it was nice because, like, well, right now we are in one of the classrooms. We'll switch classrooms at some point. I took a little video. So this is the back of the classroom. So you see that it's kind of set up like a mock pharmacy. And then this one is the lab that we'll be in. And that's a little later on. But for the music, it was fun because, like, there's different people in the class of different age ranges. And um, we had to do the pharmacy stuff in the back, and then there were they were like surprised that they thought I was their age, so 20, and I was like, oh no, but they were asking the type of music, and me proudly saying like the bands that I grew up with. Like I was literally, I told them I went to the concert and I went to see the band when they first started. And they were like really confused. They're just like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, I told them, and they're like really surprised. And there's again like a range. So definitely people that are my age that like that know the references to some of the things. And then an older group, not, just a little older. And so it was nice. And I think it's also my height too. But I bring this to class, and I was when I we went to one of the doctor's offices, like, well, dropped my mom off, and then she did stuff there while my dad went to get gas. Can definitely see where I get my driving from because even when my dad's retired, he still drives. Like, he's not a bad driver. He just drives with a lot of intention. And and it might be like the East Coast too, where we just are so determined to get somewhere the quickest way possible. Um, so you can definitely see that. I'm just so surprised that people don't, well, at least in this state, it's not required to know how to parallel park. Because I was talking to the DMV person that was doing my license, and she was like, if people in the state don't know how to parallel park, I mean, I could get it, like, but my friend, she was talking to me about the license thing, and she didn't, she had a specific, well, she was in another state than one where I got my first license, and she didn't need to learn how to parallel park. Like the person was like, you're with somebody and they'll see how you drive, which is understandable. Cause like I taught myself how to drive, and the only thing I needed lessons for was to parallel park. Because I guess I'm like a specific type of learner, because my dad tried teaching me, it just wasn't in my head. Like I would do it, but after that, like I didn't know how to do it. And like people maybe at like the last pharmacy, like they would, like I knew the math eventually, but some of them, like when they would try to like teach me the math when I first started, they would tell me, and I just was not comprehending it. Like it wasn't registering. So, and it kind of reminds me too of like the group chat. I'm not one to, I feel like this is one of the first group chats that I've had, as well, at least in years. And for me, I guess like the incentive of this chat is if one of us passes, then we all pass. Like no one's like getting left behind when it comes to this class, like everyone's going to. Um, and so it's just a group, and they're girls that are, if they have questions, I'll see, but I'm kind of like one of the people that would, I'll just read it and read the conversation but not contribute until maybe I need to contribute. So I don't mind. I just like that I don't have to go to class all the time because I don't know if I've ever been like really excited to go to school. Maybe when I was little, but especially high school and college, I was like, I don't want to go. Middle school too. Middle school, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. High school was like every excuse to not go to school, I didn't go to school. And it would be to an extent where I knew what I was allergic to and I would like eat what I was allergic to until I would get like my allergic reaction to where I wasn't going to go to school. So, and then college, I kind of stacked my classes in the beginning, and then when I changed to another college for the degree that I wanted, um, I didn't stack them. So, because although you get like more days to yourself, you're just in classes all day, and some of the classes would be, or the seminars would be, is it a seminar? It would be like, or lectures would be like, oh, like 3 hours long. Like the course that I have right now is 4 hours, but I don't mind it as much because I'm only there once a week, but then there's still a lot of work to do online for the course. So that's the exchange there. So I'm going to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you. Oh, sorry. I was thinking I would maybe get ingredients for bread because this is what was popping up instead of the donuts because I wanted to see other recipes. So it's pampuski and I feel like I would really love it. So I had to see how much flour I used. I used like half the bag. I think I should be fine. Let's see how many cups I need or if I'll adjust it. And so this is what it is. It's the garlic bread, green and garlic bread. So I'll get lactate. It has milk in it. I think because I still have other active yeast packets, dry yeast packets. Um, oh, bread flour. I don't think I'm gonna substitute that. Oh, that's nice. They have like the US units, like the oddballs and the metric standard. So I think I might get bread flour and lactate milk. And we have, and the dill. So that could be ingredients that I'll get later today so I can wear the boots. I really like them with leggings, as I said. Um, I'll see. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.